The Waltons was a show based on Earl Hammer Jr.'s book Spencer's Mountain. It told of his life in rural Virginia during the Great Depression. The book was so interesting it went to TV. The show ran on CBS from 1972 to 81. The network was pleasantly surprised when the Waltons became one of TV's new favorite families. They were wholesome and loving. Each character was well acted. So keep watching to learn about some goofs and fun facts surrounding the Waltons. Strange scenes. In the Season 2 episode The Sinner, the Waltons and Yanty start to put out a barn fire. Grandpa accidentally calls Erin by the name of the actress who portrays her, Mary Elizabeth. In the Season 2 episode The Honeymoon, John and Olivia are ready to go on their belated honeymoon. David Harper, playing Jim Bob, misses his cue to exit. He mouths in the direction of the camera, then runs out of the shot. Marie Earle had a similar issue during the show. You can catch her mouthing several of her lines while she's playing Maude Gormley. In the Season 4 episode The Secret, Elizabeth is wearing a red sweater when she sits with Jim Bob. She goes into the house to talk with Grandma and her mother, and the sweater is no longer there. It reappears when she goes outside again. There's another wardrobe malfunction in the Season 5 episode The Long Night. Grandpa wears a dark shirt under his overalls on the way to the hospital to pick up Grandma, but a blue and white checkered shirt on the way back. Special Waltons holiday films messed up the continuity of the show. The Season 6 episode The Anniversary is set in 1940. It shows John and Olivia celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary. The movie A Walton's Easter is set in 1969. It shows them celebrating their 40th anniversary, which should have been their 54th. Film struck again with a later episode. In the Season 9 episode The Whirlwind, Jonesy claims he bought his car in San Francisco. The movie Mother's Day on Walton's Mountain changes this. He says he bought it at Harry's Used Cars in Deadeye Gulch, Nevada. Sound equipment wasn't as advanced in the 70s, and the team working on the Waltons seemed to have trouble keeping the sounds from around the set away. They filmed exterior shots at the Warner Brothers Ranch in Burbank, and you can hear traffic noises from the surrounding streets in several scenes. Time period trip-ups. The episode The Burnout is about a fire started from old wiring. The problem is it's set in the 30s, before TVA wires were even prevalent in Schuyler, Virginia, where the Waltons lived. They didn't show up in the region until 1937. The later seasons of the show brought in fashion that wasn't meant to be popular yet. The characters sport 1970s feathered hair and long sideburns, even though they were supposed to be living in the 40s. John Boy and Jason appear in the same class in school. That's a bit strange because they're also shown to have different teachers throughout the first season. Miss Hunter teaches John Boy, Jason, Ben, and Elizabeth. Lucky genes? Olivia and John have light blue eyes. Olivia's aunt and uncle and both of John's parents do as well. What makes this surprising is that all three of the children have dark brown eyes. There's a less than 1% chance of that happening in the real world. It's one of the many parts of the show that has to be chalked up to artistic license and casting. Reckless the dog. Reckless the dog gets referred to in most episodes as him. It seems to be established he's a male until a later episode when Reckless is pregnant. The gender of the poor dog never stayed consistent throughout the series. The show's most frequent cameo. The creator and writer of The Waltons, Earl Hammer, secretly showed up in every episode. He provided the voice of John Boy as a grown man. There was also at least one time when he showed up in person in the episode where Maggie Mackenzie is at the beach with John Boy. He appears in a flashback where he plays her husband and they dance together. The Walton House. The Waltons' home features in the opening and closing of every episode. It even resembled the author of the original book's boyhood home. But that doesn't mean filming it was simple. All of the show's exterior shots were done on the back lot of the Warner Brothers studios in Burbank, California. Judy Norton, who played Mary Ellen Walton, revealed how it was set up. The front facade was complete and the back was mostly open. There weren't many usable spaces inside it. The back porch led not to the interior set, but to a makeup room for the cast. The second story of the house was also not fully built out. It didn't contain John Boy's famous bedroom. It was accessible via a ladder, and all it had was a wooden platform and a few lights. The show's interior scenes were filmed on an entirely different set. It had a minimal exterior facade, but a more developed interior space. The house has become a part of popular culture for more than its role in the Waltons. An arsonist burned it down, but it was repaired and became an essential part of another show, The Gilmore Girls. Modern decorations helped the characters Lorelai and Sookie turn it into the Dragonfly Inn. No faith in the family. The Waltons didn't come on to CBS at the best time. The network was going through their rural purge, getting rid of shows that focused on simple country families. It was one of the only shows to survive this change. It became a massive hit and led the way for similar shows like Little House on the Prairie. A Congressional Favor. Actress Cammy Cotler revealed a surprising reason that The Waltons was created in an interview with the LA Times. She said that congressional hearings had been questioning the moral direction of television. The wholesome Walton family was a reaction by CBS. Henry Fonda almost played John. Every network wants some star power for their shows, even if they don't initially believe in it. CBS saw Henry Fonda in a similar role in Space Mountain and thought he'd be the right fit. He looked over the pilot episode and turned it down. He said there was no star in the family. It was the family itself that made it what it was, and he couldn't have been more right. A drunk audition and near loss. Michael Learned struggled with alcoholism until reaching sobriety at age 78. That didn't change during her audition. She had a hidden bottle of liquor in her pocket. Whether this affected her ability to get the part is anyone's guess. She wanted to leave by the end of the 6th season, but she was persuaded to stay on in a slightly smaller capacity. John and Liv dated. Chemistry is the key for any on-screen relationship, and it came naturally for Olivia and John on the Waltons. Michael and Richard had such a grand time playing them together, they thought their connection may reach beyond the screen. Fans were devastated when they broke it off after a single date. Deaths and health scares. Ellen Corby had a real-life stroke. Her husband found her passed out on set and sought immediate medical help. She took a leave of absence, and they decided to write it into the show to explain Grandma Esther's absence. She continued after that until dying at age 87 on April 14, 1999. Will Greer played Grandpa Zeb for 6 seasons and earned an Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series. He died of respiratory failure at age 76 on April 22, 1978. He allegedly kept up his love of the arts until the end, singing songs and reciting poems on his deathbed. His character was also written out after his passing. His legacy lives on in the Will Greer Theatricum Botanicum that he founded in Topanga, California. John Ritter prevented a major health scare on set. Mary Elizabeth said in an episode of Oprah that she felt pressured to be the pretty one. It sent her into a spiral of unhealthy eating habits. She developed an ulcer and tried to hide it from her co-stars. John, who played Reverend Matthew, noticed something was wrong. He recommended she begin journaling. It helped her bring her mental health to a better place, and her physical health followed. Now it's time to hear from you. Who was your favorite character from the Waltons? Let us know in the comments section below.